Okay, good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. A big Saturday show to get to. Naomi Tucker might have a live interview with champion jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. any minute now. We'll try to get you that live interview for this show. He's going to be riding here today. Big day here. We got the Winter Carnival, 5 stakes, couple grade 3s. But how about the Stronach 5 yesterday? Let's talk about that real quick. They hit it for a little over $19,000. You had a $340 horse in the first leg, Unbridled Outlaw. I gave out the right key horse there, Keith. He was 3-5. He won for Farrier and Centron. So Unbridled Outlaw paid $3. And yet I gave out the $9 winner, Leg B, Kitten by the Sea. The 5, that horse paid $9. And then Golden Gate, we talked about this horse a little bit. I didn't have him on my ticket before. Independent Indy was 5-1 morning line, paid $25.
Wow.
Big price there. The Leg B, Leg D, Santa Anita, the 6 Teacher's Big Dream was 8-1 morning line. That horse paid $22. And then in the finale at Gulfstream, I'll Do It My Way, the 1 was 6-1 morning line. That horse paid $35. So some goofy big prices. They were shorter priced on the morning line, but they paid big prices, and there's the payout. And with a $3 horse to kick it off here at Laurel Park, Stronach 5 paid over $19,000 yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you told him, go ahead and single. You got the high side from Tony Farrier.
Yep,
turn it into a Stronach 4, if you would.
That's right.
$19,000.
All right, it's a big payout yesterday. We have a nice carryover today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. There it is. That's going to start race 4 today, the John B. Campbell. It's over $17,000. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for the pick 6 today. He gave out the winning pick 6 yesterday, paid a little over $400. He had the early pick 4 yesterday, Tulloch did, and he gave out the Rainbow Pick 6. So check out Tim's ticket. That'll be on the website, laurelpark.com.
I had the pick 4 as well, but wasn't real happy with my payout. I think I put up 27 to get back 59. I thought it still might pay a little bit more with Mice and Men in there.
Right.
Paid a square price. Yeah.
Well, you doubled your money. So nice hits by Fustel and Tulloch yesterday. Where are we? Let's get right to the winner's stakes board. Let's show you the stake races we have today. It's a Monster Super Stake Saturday with 5 stake races. We have the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie. That's race 7. The Grade 3 General George. That's race 8. The John B. Campbell will kick off the stakes action, race 4. And then the Miracle Wood in the Wide Country. So 5 consecutive stake races today. That's going to start in race 4 today. We have the Winter Carnival going on as well. You come on out here, you get a free Maryland Jockey Club hat. We have the live ice sculpting demo, kids winter crafts and face painting. We'll have that ice wall you can chip away at for some cash and prizes. So always a big turnout for our Sprint Fest Winter Carnival.
When I walked in today, I saw the ice sculpture.
Did you?
War of Will. Beautiful.
War of Will, the Preakness champ.
Unbelievable. How they do that. It's just amazing.
All right, good stuff. We have a nice handicapping tournament today as well. The Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. Go to Guest Services first floor of the clubhouse to sign up for this. Races and the contest today. Laurel Park races 5 through 9 and Gulfstream Park races 7 and 8. So check out the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. Starts today on our big Sprint Fest Winter Carnival. Hey, happy birthday to the Triple Crown champ, Seattle Slew. Remember him back in 1977? He won the Triple Crown. He was born this day and back in 1974. That's the year I was born. So good year, 74.
74 was good. I was, 7 years old at the time?
All right.
Maybe
remember
6.
watching Seattle Slew?
I don't. I mean, a little bit, but nothing that really kind of, rung about at that point. But I have certainly gone back and watched the races,
if you watched it then or if you watched it now, it's hard to see. But I like this old racetrack newsreel footage. Let's check out. We couldn't get them in the Preakness. That video wasn't very good. Here's Seattle
in the stretch, here he comes, and he's opening it up again. It's Seattle Slew, and he's drawing clear of the field. Seattle Slew has 4 lengths on Run Dusty Run. It's Run Dusty Run in second and Sanhedrin third. They're nearing the finish line. It's still Seattle Slew, and he's opened it out to 4.5. Then Run Dusty Run and Sanhedrin.
All right, so Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Let's show you the Preakness 145 board. Let's go right to that if we have it. If not, just skip it. There you go, middle jewel of the Triple Crown, Preakness 145. Get your tickets now, Preakness.com, for all your tickets and information. Let's show you a picture of the main track and get right to it. Fast track this afternoon here at Laurel Park. There you see them working on. We'll have a perfect, fair playing fast track today. Good wintertime weather for the Winter Carnival. 28 degrees, a little chilly, but the winds won't be a factor, so that's good.
Yeah, interesting. Walking, you see them, a little scrape and maneuvering of the dirt there on the track, and they had added some sand yesterday. I'd noticed that.
Okay.
And that track yesterday, it was kind of set up for a grinding type of runner. Horses were kind of making some gains, some significance. The last, quarter of a mile. Even now, Unbridled Outlaw got it done on the front, but was pretty much hoping the wire came. The wire kind of saved them, Stan. So maybe if it continues suit, maybe look for that stalker that can kind of just close in from a few lengths off of it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I like a 12-1 closer in the General George.
Okay.
Let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off the popular early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. I have tickets for both pick 5s today. Let's check out my early pick 5 $48 play. Looks like we have a free square here in this opener. The one song of the night is going to be 1-9. He looks like he can't lose with Trevor McCarthy aboard. The 2 is scratched in here. That was the only main challenger, right?
Yep.
All right, so the one song of the night should get it done here in the opener. Race 2, I have the 7 on top at a good price, 4-1 or something on Voodoo Valley with Russell. The favorite, though, the 5 Rumson Rally. Be tough. 4 deep there in race 3. I have the 7 Bourbon Gypsy on top at 15-1. Trevor McCarthy rides the first-time starter for Rick Buckley. Rick Buckley trained the Dam. The Dam was pretty good. Gypsy Heart, I remember her. So I'll put the 7 Bourbon Gypsy on top in race 3. I'll go 4 deep, though. Stakes action starts race 4, the John B. Campbell. I like the 4 Someday Jones, the 6 Monongahela, and also the 3 Always Mining. In race 5, the Wide Country. I have the 6 on top, Princess Katie, won by 7 last out going a mile. I think she's tough at 5-1 with Alex Centron aboard for Claudio Gonzalez, but I go 4 deep there in the Wide Country. A couple nice. Bell Aurora's the favored, but the 6 Princess Katie 5-1. Naughty Thoughts is 5-1, and then Irad Ortiz Jr. on the 9 for Jason Service. That horse coming off the layoff, the Temple City filly. Won in debut at Monmouth last summer. So there's my ticket, $48 ticket. Let's see if we can get this 1-9 favorite home in race 1. It's a maiden special weight filly and mares, 4 and up, 6.5 furlongs, scratch to 2. Paloma Grease.
That's it.
You have the 1 on top.
Let's
here
go
too?
to race 2. How's that?
Can the 1 lose here? Song of the night. We're going to knock the horse right out of the winner's circle. It has to get 6.5 furlongs.
Right.
Got a little late last out, but was coming off a layoff, and that was the first start last out in the Todd Beatty barn.
It was also like a Brittany Russell horse, if I'm not mistaken, right? So gracious, good effort there to win. This horse should win. I mean, winning in a clip 18 for 28 with odds-on horses the last couple of years. So I think it was 27 of 28 in the money. This horse, barring anything, out of the gate, should just go right to the front because the main competition, scratch. I think Larry Smith's horse might force the issue, but I'm questionable at the distance.
Right, it's a Zig. Zig, who is 3rd behind Song of the Night last out, would come right back to win, so it makes this favored look even tougher here. So, all right, we both have the 1-9 favorite, Song of the Night, on top there in race 1. Let's go to the second. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. You have a ticket for the early pick 4. Let's check it out and see how you play it.
$18 ticket. Hopefully we can get this thing to pay a little bit better than yesterday, but we've hit a few here the last couple weeks. 145 to get you started. 4 and 6 in race number 3. Mama's Gallegos. I really like Deco Strong. Hopefully the horse can come back and avoid trouble. We've got video of that race. Race 4, also the 4 and the 6, Someday Jones, Monongahela. Wrap it up with the 1, 6, and 9. I like Princess Katie improving. Now they're going to go ahead. They're mean business. They're going to put Cintron, a little more established rider. I like the 9, too. I think this is – it looks like a reach maybe a little bit. They supplemented. They must think this horse is the goods today. So that's it, $18.
It could be a big day for jockey Alex Cintron. I have him on top in the General George. Let's take a look here at race 2, going a mile, nickel 2 life, 4 and up. I have the 7 on top at 4-1 here. Voodoo Valley for Jose Corrales. Sheldon Russell will ride, and with a wide trip last out, a decent 3rd behind Rumson Rally. Has to face Rumson Rally in here. The 5's going to be tough. We both used the 5 second. I use Voodoo Valley on top. You like the 7 a little bit as well.
Yeah, I do. It's just the last little 16th of a mile. This horse has been giving effort. Will he have enough finish to kind of follow through against this group? Rumson Rally ran real big back in the barn of Lacey Gaudet. They dropped. They took the Lasix off, the blinkers off, encountered some significant trouble, gaining late behind Campari, who came back right to gallop. So Rumson Rally probably the one to beat. The speed's going to be provided by the 4 Alpha Test, but a little pricier. Jimmy, I don't know you. Juan Vasquez quietly having a pretty good start to the year. This is a class relief. This horse has races back on the page that'll work. I think Saves Ground is able to kind of move up and maybe get the jumps on Rumson Rally. I tell you, Carol Cedeno's riding very well right now, Stan. So There you go, 1-5-4-7.
Yep. Vasquez, he had a couple wins here. This one's it's a B and Cones back at it. Vasquez, Dutch Show right around the corner, right?
You got
to be right around the corner. All right, here we go. Race 3, nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies going 6.5 furlongs. We kick off the rolling super high 5 here in race 3. That's a low 15% takeout. Nice carryover, over 3,000 in that rolling super high 5. Here we go. Race 3. Nice maiden special weight 3-year-old fillies going 6.5 furlongs. The 6 Deco Strong is the favorite here. One of the favorites. We have a video spotlight. She ran big in debut. Had the 1 hole. Was 8-1. Here's we have that video from late January right here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, and came away pretty well from the inside. Was able to establish a forward position. Maybe a little bit just outfooted into the turn in the debut. A little bit said, I'm not going to quite go up in there. The jock had to ease back into the turn. De Caramanos gives up a length or two around the turn. But I tell you, once again, this horse, when it hits the top of the stretch, has to make a decision. Caramanos does. He kind of works outward, works inward. And I tell you what, closes very well to kind of gain here on Virginia Beach. This was a firster for Trombetta for Country Life, right? In the blue cap going to the lead. But look at this horse, Deco Strong, the 1 horse this afternoon, down to the rail, darts back inside. Ton of grit, Stan, coming back after that early adversity. Bodes well for second time out, and it's an angle second out that works for Flint Stites, a good ROI on this move. So I'll take the 6 days clear of trouble outside today.
Yeah, big effort there. I overlooked that effort a little bit. Virginia Beach with a sharp debut winner that day for Country Life in Trombetta. So the 6 Deco Strong gets a much better outside post today. I'll go with the long shot here, the 7 Bourbon Gypsy by Bourbon Courage, top young sire here in Maryland. I remember this dam, Gypsy Heart. Rick Buckley trained the dam and did okay with her. She was pretty good early. Trevor McCarthy takes the call here on a 1-horse outfit probably, and Buckley does a nice job. I think he won an Eclipse Award for photography.
That's what I was going to say. I know he did a lot of great,
he's still
work.
At it. I think he's an Eclipse Award winner in photography, or at least he's been on the cover of the Mid-Atlantic Thoroughbred a couple times, and good horseman as well, came up over there at Pimlico under the Frock operation, and he's a Pimlico veteran, Rick Buckley, and I'll take him on top here with McCarthy in the 7 Bourbon Gypsy.
Yeah, Gypsy Heart topped out about a 68 buyer, but yeah, she was okay. And Clint Florio, if he's still with us, you had to tell him something, right, to get McCarthy here.
Sure.
So there you go. You're still going to get, I think, a square price because a lot of money is going to come in on Deco Strong, Mama's Grey Gross, and obviously the 2-factor, and he has the factor of Irad Ortiz, which will hurt the price of her, I would think. Going back, is she a little bit better on a sloppy track, though, or a track that's got a little bit moisture? Her fast track numbers are okay. She's never been on a fast track, I should say, but let's see if she moves up off of that. I'm not so sure. I'm going with Deco Strong off of that trouble trip, but take nothing away from the debut of the 4 either.
All right, so Mama's Grey Ghost. Nice maiden special weight here for 3-year-old fillies to start the rolling super high 5 there in the 3rd. Irad Ortiz Jr., he starts his riding assignments there in the 3rd. We might have a live interview with Ortiz coming up here in the show. Stakes action starts, race 4 today. Nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6 to kick off the stakes action. There it is, $17,140. Tim Tulloch, he gave you a winning Pick 6 ticket yesterday. Here's his ticket today. He's 3 deep here in the John B. Campbell with the 3, always mining the 4, Someday Jones, and the 6, Monica Gila. His single is going to come race 7. That's the grade 3. Run Happy, Barbara Fritchie. He's going to single there on the 2, Cigar Row. There in race 7. So, all right, that's the 9-5 favorite in the grade 3, Barbara Fritchie. $81 ticket, so you might need to get a couple partners to play a ticket like that. You can study his ticket some more on the website, laurelpark.com. underneath the handicapping section. Here we go. Race 4. It's the $100,000 John B. Campbell, 4 and up, going a mile in a 16th. Bonus points, won this race last year. He's back in here. Monongahela was second last year. We have a video spotlight of Someday Jones, Monongahela, and Always Mining. They all squared off together late December. And the native dancer going 9 furlongs. Let's show you what happened. We do have that race. Trust me, Someday Jones is going to win. Always Mining a good second. Always Mining would come out of this race to come right back and win the Jennings in mid-January.
Yeah, and Major Cabby, they had a target. We figured the 2-horse this afternoon was going to go out and set a pretty honest pace. And as a team, Monongahela, Always Mining moving. I tell you, Always Mining moving a little bit easier past the quarter pole, but Someday Jones, he's just a warrior. I mean, he just never really runs a bad race. You know, there's a few races back on the page, but other than that, he's just as steady as they come. And Trevor got along with him perfectly, shifted him out in the clear. A little swerve there, no big deal. He straightens up. He's going to edge away late. Now we're shortening up a 16th of a mile off of that. I think that's, the biggest concern. You're going to just get a little bit better price on Someday Jones because, once again, of Irad Ortiz riding Monongahela. Maybe Monongahela bounced a little bit off of that big number in Penn National. So, Always Mining, Monongahela, they're going to go out there and probably relax on the lead. If they get away with it awful slow, they may be a match race, in their own little match race from the 3/8 bow home. But I'm going to take another shot here. Someday Jones to wear him down again.
Yep. 100
buyer. He might not quite need that, but somewhere close is going to do it. He's a cool horse.
All right, so you have Trevor McCarthy, our leading rider, going against Irad Ortiz Jr. here in the John B. Campbell. But how about the 6-year-old Bonus Points? He's the defending champion in the John B. Campbell. Fergal Lynch rides on this horse, always comes late. He's a 4-time winner at Laurel Park. He's made almost $600,000. Naomi Tucker caught up with trainer Mike Trombetta at Fair Hill the other morning talking about Bonus Points. Here's Trombetta.
He's a nice horse. He's a very genuine, always tries hard. He is one of those kind of horses that needs a nice pace setup to do his best. And I'm very familiar with him because I think he's beaten me in a couple of stakes when Todd had him. So I'm hoping to get my turn. We let him just stretch his legs. He breezed 3/8 of a mile, galloped out a half, and he did it very willingly. And he definitely, happy and wants to run. I haven't taken a real hard look at the group, but he's doing well, and I certainly think he can have a chance in there.
All right, so there's trainer Mike Trombetta at his Fair Hill base the other day. Bonus Points, he'll be the long shot in this race today.
Yeah, and he's going to hope that racetrack plays today like it did a little bit yesterday, which kind of enhanced the horses that wanted to come a little bit from further back. Hasn't been really close to these horses, and no real excuses the last couple, so he's going to really have to step up to his A-plus game if he's going to win it. You're going to get a big price on Bonus Points.
All right, so the $100,000 John B. Campbell, that's the first of 5 consecutive stake races. Let's turn the page. Race 5, the Wide Country, going to kick off the late pick 5. No carryover today. They hit it yesterday, but as always, that industry low, 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Late pick 5 starts in race 5. Let's check out the ticket. Do we have it? Pick 5 ticket? Okay, my apologies. Let's get the commercial break first here. Commercial break. I'm anxious here on the late pick 5. We'll check that out right after this.
Run Happy is simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run Happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
All right, the Run Happy Barbara Fritchie, the Grade 3, Race 7 today. But let's check out Race 5, the $100,000 Wide Country to kick off the late pick 5. No carryover, low 12% takeout. Let's check out my ticket, $48 ticket for the late pick 5. I go 4 deep here in the Wide Country. I have the 6 Princess Katie on top at 5-1. The 7 Naughty Thoughts is 5-1. She's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. Irad Ortiz Jr. is 9-2 on Bankrupt the Beach, and then the favorite, the 1 Bella Aurora. Race 6 to Miracle Wood. I go with the 6 Bernie's on Fire on top, but the 1 Lebda is going to be tough. The favorite, the 3 Dreams Untold, and the 5 Albert Park. I use 4 runners in the Miracle Wood. The grade 3, Run Happy, Barbara Fritchie. I'm going to single there on the 4 Majestic Reason at 4-1. Trevor McCarthy rides the 5-year-old mare. She's a 4-time winner at Laurel. She just rallied to win the $100,000 Willow on the Move in late December. She was 3rd in a grade 2 at Belmont last September, so she has the class to handle this field, I think. So I'll key on the 4 Majestic Reason at a decent 4-1 there in the Fritchie. The grade 3 General George. I have the 5 Honor the Fleet on top at 12-1 with Alex Centron aboard for Louis Albatrani. Honor the Fleet just ran big to win the Fire Plug back in January. The favorite, the 6 Ferenz Fire. He's one of the fastest horses in the country. You have to use the 6. He's 4-5 with Irad Ortiz for Jason Service. How about the 3 Factor It In, who just ran lights out last out to run a 95 buyer to win by almost 4 against Third Level Allowance Company. He's the hot local horse, the 3 Factor It In. He's a big price. So I'll go 3, 5, 6 in the General George. Nice allowance race to finish up the day. The 5 Major Flirt I have on top with the 2 Stroll Smoking. Might steal it early with the X-Man aboard for Jerry Robb. So there's my ticket. Hopefully I'm live after race 6.
Yeah, and I tell you, Majestic Reason, that's a pretty bold single. I thought it was an evenly matched field. But you got to take a shot somewhere. You saw how tough those other races were.
Sure.
You're confident of that horse. You know she's going to bring that rally. She always does. So she's been really good at 6, 7. But I think she's going to make her presence. I don't even have her in top 4. But I just, I'm taking a shot with some speed in there. I think Annis Bandit might pull a little bit of an upset. You can't really call it an upset with her. But good horse race. And, factor it in. Carlos Mencia will get Trainer of the Month, right, if he gets that one home.
Sure.
Man, oh, man.
Let's see if I can get live here in race 5. The $100,000 Wide Country 3-year-old filly is going 7 furlongs. My price play of the day here, the 6 Princess Katie just ran lights out to win a first-level allowance going a mile. Big 77 buyer. That puts her right there in this group for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Alex Centron will ride, so that's my top pick. You have the 9 Bankrupt on the Beach on top with Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard for Jason Service.
Yeah, real quick about your 6. That was a big jump up last time. And now they're putting, Centron. They must think she's just thriving right now. Might be able to pair up that 77 buyer if she does, or even goes over past it. She's certainly going to be right there. Not a slew of real true speed too. That's why this 9 is fresh. Bankrupt on the Beach. They supplement this horse. You've got Irad Ortiz. The debut overcame the rail position, was able to kind of come wide and get up in a grinding effort with a good number. 64 is a good buyer for a 2-year-old first-time starter back in July. That third-place finisher is a recent maiden breaker with a mid-70 buyer at Gulfstream. I just think the 9, they've got confidence in her. Look at this. Off of a 180-day layoff, the trainer's 35%. Stalks and goes on, is going to have to hold off, though. Bella Aurora and a horse like Princess Katie. Bella Aurora going very well right now for John Betta since being transferred turf. She was good on the turf. She looks like she's a little bit better on the dirt. We've got video, right, of her last race.
Yep, let's check it out. The Gin Talking, late December. Big stakes win here for the Country Life Farm filly trained by Mike Trombetta. She gets a 73 buyer with this win in the Gin Talking.
Yeah, she almost, you hate to say this, is she like a little bit of a push-button kind of a horse? Because very patient. Has Pimentel been on this filly? Was it 2 back, encountered some trouble, was blocked, and this time he just bides his time. I said, I'm not really worried about being locked in behind horses past the 5/16. I'm going to swing out in the clear. I've got 3/16 of a mile to run them down, and she just does that. She mows them down, gets the lead past the 16 or past the 8th hole, is going to win going clear. Bella Aurora, she looks like a filly that's going to maybe stretch out even maybe a touch further, maybe a mile. Go that mile, maybe a mile and a 16th down the road.
All right, so that was a big win in the Gin Talking. Now we have to talk about the big elephant in the room. She's got a break from the 1 hole, going 7 furlongs today.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. And the toughest thing too is there's not a lot of real speed where she can kind of just let them go and draft back off of it. I think she's going to have to be used a little bit to get that position, Stan, in the first quarter of a mile. She does not want to be shuffled into the turn.
All right, so you have one of our top local riders, Julian Pimentel, on the favored, the 1 Bella Aurora, one of the world's leading riders, Irad Ortiz Jr. on the outside with the 9 Bankrupt on the Beach. A nice horse race here in the in the wide country. All right, beautiful, perfect timing. Thank you,
Oh,
Pete.
okay.
Irad Ortiz Jr. He's won the Eclipse Award for champion jockey the last 2 years. He's riding here today at Laurel Park. He's on the 9, banker up on the beach here in the wide country. He's on the favorite Ferenz Fire in the Grade 3 General George. Naomi Tucker live right now with Irad Ortiz Jr.
Thank you, Stan. And indeed, I'm joined by two-time Eclipse Award-winning jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. here today at Laurel Park. It's been about 3 years since you've been here. We're so happy to have you. How happy are you to be back?
I'm happy to be back here. A lot of people support me here. I got good friends. Just try to enjoy the afternoon and see what we can do.
You have about 5 live mounts here today. We're just going to go over a few of them. Let's start with Monongahela in the John B. Campbell. He finished second here last year. What do you think would be the key to getting him to peak here today?
Well, the horses, he always show up. He run a good race. He got beat by a John Service horse. He's a nice horse too, but he win a nice race at Penn. So hopefully he can handle the track. I think Jason told me the horse doing good, so just waiting to see what he can do in the afternoon.
And you are drawn in the 6th, so it's a quick turn, quick lead up to the turn. What would be your ideal position going into that turn?
Well, the first thing is try to break good. He's a good horse out of the gate, good breaking. He break good the most of the time, so hopefully he break good and he put me in a good position. Probably can be second, third. That's the way I see the race. If not, we go to plan B.
And you're also riding Dreams Untold in the Miracle Wood for Jason Service as well. You have a few nice horses here for Jason Service. You haven't sat on him yet, but how has he been doing?
He's been doing good. He's training good. Jason do a great job with the horses. He broke the maiden the right way. Look like he's a nice horse. So we see later.
He had 2 starts at Parks. How do you think Laurel Park's going to suit him?
Probably it's almost, in the winter the track getting a little heavier, I will say, and it's almost similar the tracks from here in Parks, but we never know. Hopefully he like the track.
You're also riding heavy favorite Ferenz Fire in the General George. Now he comes off here off the back of quite a nice run last time out, but he hasn't won over 7 furlong before. How do you think he's going to fare over this distance?
He's okay. He's a nice horse. He's a fighter, I will say. He wins 6 furlongs. He win in a mile before too. So I don't worry about the distance. Just worry about the horse and the trip. He's a kind of horse that you have to relax him. He's a little aggressive. So I think if he's saddle and he's relaxed a little bit, he'll be alright.
Talking about being aggressive, are you planning on moving forward with him from the outside gate?
Just go with the flow. Just see how he break out of there, where he wants to be. I don't like to rush too much the horses, and just let him be him. And as long as he's happy, I'm gonna be happy on top of him. So if we are comfortable, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be right there.
Before I let you go and get ready for our big day here at Laurel Park, who of your 5 mounts are you most excited about?
To be honest, Ferenz Fire is it's a horse that I've been riding a long time, and I always ride him. So, I mean, we got connection. I got a special feel for him. So, hopefully he can get to the winner's circle.
Well, hopefully I'll see you there, and the best of luck today.
Thank you.
Stan, I definitely feel very lucky to have him here today, and we are all looking forward to all of his mounts.
Yep, absolutely. All right, good stuff. Thank you very much, Naomi, and thank you, Irad Ortiz Jr., the champion jockey. He's won the Eclipse Award the past couple years. Great to have him here today at Laurel Park. He seemed cool, calm, and collected, ready for a big day.
Didn't seem like the weather was bothering him either,
Nope,
huh?
Nope. No,
Jeez, yeah.
So we'll get to his comments on Ferenz Fire. They seem very confident about him.
Sure.
Sounds like they know he's the best horse in the race, and he can do it a couple different ways. But let's get back. All right, so we talked about race 5, Ortiz on the 9 there in the wide country. Let's move to race 6, the $100,000 Miracle Wood 3-year-olds going a mile. This race kicks off the late pick 4. The favorite in this race to 3, Dreams Untold, 5-2 with Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard for John Service. We have the video spotlight from the maiden score early January up at Parks on a sloppy track, going 6.5 furlongs, sitting second right now, Dreams Untold.
Yeah, first time Lasix this afternoon, catches a sloppy track and just kind of toys with the horse to his inside stand and really responds at the top of the stretch. He's going to draw off the win by 14 and change, but he was fully extended to do it. Going back and look at the family, just a slew of full siblings that have run well going long, some big numbers, earn a lot of money. Will he transfer to the main track? I think so. This horse kind of reminds me of Monday Morning Quarterback that came in with a big maiden break and score up at Parks, stretching out today. Was it a slop-induced number? We're going to find out, but he looks awfully talented. Good family lines to back it up, and stretching out to the mile. I think he can get it done here. I didn't know really what the line. He may just get pounded, but that 89 number, I just had to take it just a little bit with a grain of salt. I figured okay, an 80 could kind of win this race. So I kind of based it off of that. So we'll see what we get. Dreams Untold. I like New Commission as well.
Right.
Yeah.
How about the gate problems here? The favored, the 3 Dreams Untold.
Yeah.
You gotta. This will be the first time he's running here at Laurel Park, so new gate crew. And they know him up there at Parks. Reluctant loading in his debut and fractious loading for that big maiden score there. We have one of the best gate crews in the country here today, so it shouldn't be a problem. But he's had issues in those first 2 races.
And those gate issues, just for an example, we saw Towson. He reared its ugly head the other day as a horse that had some issues.
Right.
Been good the last couple races, and then suddenly it comes back. So, a little bit unpredictable when it happens. But, you're hoping this horse a little bit more calm, cool, and collected this afternoon.
All right, I go with the 6 on top here. Bernie's on fire, a recent allowance winner with a big 78 buyer. That was coming off the layoff late January. Bernie's on fire, good value at 9-2. We both like him. But how about the 5, Albert Park? We have a video spotlight on his last effort down at Tampa back in January in the Pasco. A good second this day for the Street Sense homebred for Godolphin.
Yeah, and this winner is just – I tell you, it looks awfully good because Albert Parks had a very good trip, perched 3 wide, just off a bit of a contested pace. He looks like he's going to go right on by the leader. A little drift out from the left-handed stick. Yeah, he's floated out to about the 5-path upper stretches, Albert Park. But no match as the leader's just going to kick away, but very willing. Back first try on the main track, now going to go third time Lasix, second time blinkers. Moving forward, I think this horse is going to be all right. The route of ground seems the right call for Albert Park.
All right, so Albert Park, he'll be tough for Mike Stidham and Jose Lascano. Local colt here in the Miracle of the 7, Amen Corner. Well-bred colt by Malibu Moon, a recent maiden special weight winner here at Laurel for Jerry O'Dwyer. Now he gets first-time Lasix today. Fergal Lynch will ride. Naomi Tucker caught up with Jerry O'Dwyer talking about his Malibu Moon colt, Amen Corner.
He came to hand pretty quick when we got him. Like all my first-timers, they can win if they can, but the main thing is to give them a good education so that they improve and come on for the next day. Ideally, I was going to run him over a mile, second time out, but we breezed him back, and he showed that he was a lot sharper, and so we entered him in a 6 furlong maiden, and he did it well. He had to battle with the favourite the whole way, and another horse came to challenge him, and everything that challenged him, he put him away. The last day, I just, because I know he wants to go further, so I, said to Sheldon, just let him bounce out of there and don't have him too far away. So we probably took him out of his comfort zone a little bit, by having him so close. But again, it's in a good way. He'll have learned a lot from that. I'll have to see what way the field shapes up in the Miracle Wood. He's a very exuberant galloper, you're always taking him back a little bit, he's not keen, but he covers a lot of ground. And we're hoping he'll get 2 turns. I don't see any problem that he won't. He's an exciting horse going forward. We don't know. I haven't reached his potential yet, so hopefully there's a lot more to come from him.
All right, so there's Jerry O'Dwyer talking about Amen Corner. He's by a major league sire, sure. Malibu Moon, big maiden special weight. Now he gets a win last out. Now he gets first-time Lasix today. This horse could be a sneaky shot at 10-1.
Certainly looks like he should be able to handle the stretch out? Will he be able to do it against this competition? Right. Hasn't been on a fast track yet, but a big jump in Figs from debut to second out, and have to deal with Romanoff, who's going to be looks like the speed of the speed, sending from the outside with Cruz. Like I say, going back real quick, new commission, because I know we got to roll in. I really like the effort this horse gave on December 28th in the half stakes behind Monday Morning Quarterback. We saw him come back to run pretty strong, hung out wide. My biggest concern, I guess, coming back kind of quick, new commission, but I think he's going to get a perfect trip around the turn, being able to save ground and move up and measure the speed turning for home.
All right, so we have some real nice 3-year-olds here today. The fillies in the wide country, the colts and boy geldings here in the Miraclewood. Always Mining won this race last year. He'd go on to win the private terms in the Tessio and march his way into the Preakness. So you'll see some big 3-year-olds come out of the Miraclewood today and go on to do some big things hopefully this year. Let's get to the 2 big features of the day. Race 7, the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie, filly and mares 4 and up, 250,000. We're going 7 furlongs. Let's start with the 9-5 morning line favorite. Neither one of us pick her on top. The 2 Cigar Row for trainer Mike Stidham, a 5-year-old mare by Union Rags, a recent stakes winner. Let's show you that race. Late January in the Inner Bureau up at Aqueduct, going 7 furlongs. She wins this race with an 86 buyer.
Yeah, our Circle of Love was clear earlier. Has a couple challengers midway on the turn, and Cigar Row just took measure of these, angled out to about 4 wide, and really moved up well within herself, just a little nudging by Lezcano into the stretch, and is going to be able to quickly open up, moves out by 3 in mid-stretch to hold firm. The recent buyer numbers, clearly better. Consecutive big numbers, 88, 86, 86, better than these. Is she going to be able to bring that effort to Laurel Park, where she got beaten to shine again, a restricted race at 2-1, and a little bit of trouble, maybe caught wide, but 7 furlongs perfect. Her form right there. She brings that race. She wins it. She's going to be a short price. I'm going to try to upset her. You call it Anna's Bandit. This is her house. This is her track. This is her distance. She's going to, I think, maybe start a new streak again today. The streak got halted with a little stretch problem last time out, backing up to 7. I like this one here. I think X-Man, not a ton of true speed, but he's going to be maybe a little bit more aggressive by the time they hit mid-turn and put her into the race. And she's going to give you a fight for the final furlong.
Certainly, she will, and she has to overcome the inside post here, going 7 furlongs. Now, if she's right there going to the wire, or even if she's in front by a little bit, the X-Man better be tied on. None of those antics at Timonium, or he did the same thing in one of the recent wins. He's high-fiving at the wire. He better not be doing that today in a Grade 3 against these guys.
No, let's hope not. But good little race. Blue Eyed Girl's been awfully good. Look at her race, most recent race.
We have that January 11th. Let's show that video. Big win there.
Big win. And Victim of Love is going to be also part of the flow up front. She, I think, was helped by the off-track last time, Victim of Love. But look at this Blue Eyed Girl. Look how eager she is through the final 1/8 of a mile under Cintron. I think she's going to be put right in the race. She'll battle you on the front end, and she's got some finish to her, going from 6.5 to 7, no problem. A little bit of a class test, but she brings her A game. We're going to have ourselves one really good horse race here. And one of these horses is going to have to escape at a price. She's probably going to be the one.
All right, it's a very quality lace field here in the Barbara Fritchie. I go with the 4 Majestic Reason on top. McCarthy Motion, recent stakes winner here at Laurel Park with an 85 buyer. She was 3rd in the Gallant Bloom last September at Belmont. She was just voted champion Maryland bred. Older filly and mare, so I go with Majestic Reason on top. Jerry O'Dwyer has a local filly in here, needs supervision, a 4-year-old daughter of Painter. Fergal Lynch will ride. She was a beaten favorite in the What a Summer, but she's a nice filly. She had a big win in the Safely Kept last November. She's 4 for 4, 1-2 here at Laurel Park. She'll get a good outside trip. Here's what O'Dwyer had to say about needs supervision for the Run Happy Barbara Fritchie.
She's a filly that, things have to go her way. She's very manly in the sense that she wants to be the boss, and if things aren't going 100%, you know what I mean, little things like that happen. She gets off a bit slow and she doesn't get going until very late. I was a little disappointed in her the last day, even though she got up for 2nd. I felt like on paper she's much the best filly, and the way she was training as well, she was training good in the mornings. She's not an easy ride. She's not for everyone. She can be a little tough and very much on her toes coming home. You have to have your seatbelt on when you're on her. The key is to just have her in a good headspace, happy and content, and she seems that way now. I thought she was that way the last day, but it's little things can set him off. She's everything to me. I mean, she's really helped my career so much.
Yeah, she looks good. She looked like $1 million galloping there. She'll be tough. She had a sharp 47-2, fastest of 35 works just 7 days ago here at Laurel Park. Her final tune-up for this Grade 3 event.
She's got some talent.
Yep.
I mean, and breaking from the outside might be a good thing for her. She's had a couple issues out of the gate, steadying some trouble. She's been able to show she can overcome it. She just might get that clear trip and be able to circle and get by these horses today. She was hampered in that race against the Laurel up in New York when the pace was just dawdling. She just couldn't make an impact into that. She's going to get a little bit more help up front, I think, today with Victim of Love and the 3-horse.
All right,
Blue-eyed girl. Yeah.
All 6 filly mares in here are coming off monster 2019 campaigns where they all made a bunch of money, at least 6 figures. So here we go. Let's turn the page. One more Grade 3. The Grade 3 General George, $250,000 for and up, going 7 furlongs. Big 9-horse field, no scratches. Nice job to the racing office and stakes coordinator Coley Blind for putting all these stakes together. Let's go right to the 4-5 favorite. The 6 Ferenz Fire is one of the fastest horses in the country. Gets his champion jock, Irad Ortiz Jr. for Jason Service. Let's show you what he did. We're going to show you the Vosburg last September, the Grade 1 Vosburg at Belmont. Here you go.
Yeah, and Imperial Hint is in here. Remember Imperial Hint a couple years ago, right? Won the General George, if I'm not mistaken, and Ferenz Fire is going to give him everything he possibly can. Actually moves maybe to a slight advantage here inside the final furlong.
Looks like a winner there.
Yeah, Imperial Hint is going to battle back and get the bob here by a nose, but there's no Imperial Hints in this race. Ferenz Fire is quick enough. Barring any setback at the gate, he's going to be right into the race, and he's kind of got that move. He might just have that quicker getaway move around the turn that might separate himself from this field.
He'll be tough. I use him second. I go with the local horse, the 5, Honor the Fleet. Let's show you his last race, a winning effort mid-January. The prep for this race, the Fire Plug, going 6.5 furlongs. Honor the Fleet's going to win by a hard-fought neck. 3's over Deuces, a good second. Tis He the One was third. All 3 of these runners come back today in the General George. I just thought a real game, tenacious effort on the inside this day for Honor the Fleet for Louis Albitron. He's since trying aboard this day. He's back aboard today.
Good to see. A guy that doesn't have a whole lot of horses. This horse, they've been patient with him. We've seen the talent in the past. He looks like he's at the top of his game right now, and we talked about it yesterday on the show. What a ride Cintron gave her. We didn't show the first opening furlong where he had a little bit of trouble, and he definitely maneuvered that horse back off the leaders and was able to find a seam and get up the inside. On the Fleet, I like in here. I think he's going to go off at an okay price as well, because Ferenz Fire, you got a couple scratches now. You're probably looking at 1 to 2 maybe on him.
A couple scratches in the General George.
Right, I thought there was there no scratches in here?
I didn't have any earlier.
Oh, I thought I saw
Equibase.
A couple. Okay.
Pete, did you have any scratches in the General George? We gotta figure this out right now.
Yeah, we do.
2 and 9. Finally woke up and realized what day of the week it is. All right, late scratches here. They weren't in earlier. The 2 Wonderful Light, Michelle Nevin, she's up there in New York, lost. And then who was the 2 and the 9, you said?
Wicked Trick.
Linda Rice and a first-time starter down here the other day with no gate work. So, all right, the 2 and the 9 scratch from the General George. Let's turn the page. Right. Race 9 is the Quinella race with that low 10% takeout. Last live race, every racing day we have the Quinella. Race 9, nice allowance race going 6 furlongs. You have a stat here on Jerry Robb. He has one of the favorites, the 2 Stroll Smoke. And let's go right to that stat. Here we go.
There we go. Thanks, guys. Trainer Jerry Robb, last 2 years in the dirt, 12 for 25, 48%, 18 for 25 in the money. Second off the claim. That is his game ROI of 440. Stroll Smoke, he looked home last time on a track he probably should have lasted. But I'm going to go and ride that angle out. I think his main competition, Major Flirt, looks awfully good as well. Maybe those two kind of run around the track together. So that's it in the nightcap. 2, 5, 6, 7 for me, Stan, on a really good quality card.
Yeah, and I'll go with the 5 Major Flirt on top there in race 9. That's it. We're out of time. Big Saturday card starts in about 21 minutes. Dave Rodman coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.